Hey gang, Tom Corley here for your tip of the week. This week's topic is being rich or poor a choice? A couple of years ago, I did an interview with Dave Ramsey that went viral. Dave has 8 million listeners on his radio program, and he liked my research so much that he posted on his website an article called 20 Things That the Rich Do That the Poor Don't. And it caught fire. It went viral throughout the United States. And we got a lot of negative and positive feedback from it. There were thousands of comments, thousands of social media posts, thousands of individuals on blogs sharing their opinion of what Dave and I had said. And when I thought about it, all of this controversy really came down to two differing schools of thought. The first school of thought is the school of thought that says, I am not responsible for my circumstances. And the second school of thought is the one that says, I am responsible for my circumstances. Now, in my Rich Habits research, I interviewed 128 poor people, and I gathered a lot of information. And one of the things that I found was that poor people who were generationally poor, those who couldn't escape poverty from one generation to the next, they were perpetually poor. They had this ideology that they were victims of circumstance. They were born poor, and as a result, they were going to stay poor. Now, what's interesting is in that same research, 41% of the self-made millionaires had risen from poverty. And when I asked these self-made millionaires, these same questions, the 144 questions that I asked the poor, it began to paint a picture. And the picture was that these 41% of the self-made millionaires believed that they were individually responsible for their lives. And that belief system, that ideology that they had, enabled them to rise out of poverty. So I guess the takeaway this week is that our beliefs that are ingrained in us from the time that we're born, mostly from our parents, but also from our environment, our neighborhood, they can affect us in our adult lives. They can hold us back. And if you are poor, perpetually poor, you're very likely being held back because you subscribe to the ideology that you're just a victim of your circumstances, which I know from my research have proven to be false. You're not. Circumstances are not permanent. And all you need to do is adopt the right ideology. And that ideology is that I am individually responsible for the circumstances of my life. Well, that's it. I appreciate your time and look forward to talking with you next week. Bye.